So we're here at la Brûlerie St-Denis in the Plateau of Montreal area, and we're heading into the roasting plant, which is rare because not all restaurants have that. And we're going to meet Felix Trepanier and Lynn Guéret, who are going to show us how this all comes about. Hi, guys. Now, tell us, this is not something you see at your typical coffee place. You're not going to find this in the back of Second Cup or Starbucks, right?
No, because this is an artisanal roasting plant, so we're crafting the coffee, and most big chains don't do that. They do it at a more commercial level. So we're small business, small roaster.
Okay, so do you roast all the coffee that you serve here in this room?
Lynn for Brûlerie St-Denis, for sure. She roasts all her coffees here.
The coffee is a little bit like popcorn. It has to be in movement when it's roasting. So we put the coffee here. It goes into the how you call that? The tumble, the tumbler. So it rotates like a washing machine.
Okay.
Okay. So it has to move all the time like popcorn.
Now, how long does this process take?
It's about 20 minutes each batch.
I see all the bags here, and so you got coffee coming in from all over the world?
Yes, specifically Africa, Asia, South America, of course, United States, Canada, Europe. So we have coffee from Kenya, from Ethiopia, Guatemala, Brazil, of course, Jamaica. Jamaica, they come in a different container, which is not a bag.
We're going to kick the ballistics here.
Okay.
I've had coffee people on shows that I've hosted on other networks, television and radio, and we keep hearing that the greatest coffee in the world is the Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee. Yeah. Why?
Well, I mean, Jamaica Blue Mountain has a unique taste, a unique taste profile, but more specifically, it's renowned for its microclimate. So it's grown in high elevation, so 4,000 feet, so in between 3,000 to 4,500 feet. The coffee is really growing at altitudes. You're pretty much in the clouds. So the temperature up in Jamaica in the mountains is maybe 15 degrees less than on the beaches of Jamaica. So when
because you're closer to the sky.
Exactly. So because of that, because it's cold, it takes more time for the beans to mature, and because it takes more time, the sugars are more intense. So the flavors in the beans are more intense.
So it's like a seasoning process, almost in a way.
In a way, but that's one factor. Also, the beans are hand-picked. Pickers can go 6 to 12 times on the coffee tree to pick the ripest beans, and then the way it's processed to make sure that all the defects are removed from the beans also it makes its reputation. So we have probably some of the cleanest beans, so no defects. All the beans are uniform, they're all super round, all the same size. So when you roast them, you'll have the same taste throughout all the coffee.
So your batch will always taste the same?
It's very, very consistent, yes.
Have you ever been to the Blue Mountains of Jamaica?
I go there multiple times a year. We actually bring people. I've invited Lynn multiple times to come to Jamaica. We bring roasters once a year, and then we go ourselves to check out the plantations.
Tell our listeners in Taste of the Caribbean why it's called the Blue Mountain.
So because it looks like the Blue Mountains from the sea. So when the ships would arrive to Jamaica, the reflection of the sea and the sky would project some blue hues on the mountains. So that's why they call it the Blue Mountain. My partners in Jamaica have about 400 ladies that they hire that will go and pick the beans manually and
Are they fair trade workers?
I mean, Jamaica Blue Mountain is the fairest of all traded coffees.
Wow.
So the farmers get paid 3 times or more the amount, that minimum amount of fair trade.
Est-ce que tous les cafés viennent comme ça,
Oui.
ce couleur-là?
Oui, oui.
Puis il devient brun quand tu mets dans la machine ici.
C'est comme si ça caramélisait. Vous savez, quand on mélange du sucre avec du beurre, de la crème pour faire du caramel, il y a le processus de caramélisation.
Le vrai coffee bean, c'est cette couleur.
Oui, tout à fait.
L'original.
Oui.
The Jamaican government has an entity that certifies all coffee export. So that's another layer of quality control that is done.
Protection.
That is done to certify that it's real Jamaica Blue Mountain. So they taste and cup all exports to make sure it hits the marks of flavors, of balanced cup, of intensity of flavors as well. So that's another aspect that we put to ensure the quality of the coffee.
A Taste of the Caribbean is brought to you by Pepito Sangria.
Yes,
Welcome back to A Taste of the Caribbean. I'm your host, Duke Keeman. We're here in the Plateau, Montreal, at La Brûlerie St-Denis, and I'm here with Lynn Guérin and Felix Trepanier, and we actually have Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee that I'm going to sample for the first time. So this is going to be my losing my virginity as far as Jamaican coffee goes. So I was told, and I told you I have a sweet tooth, and I like to drink my coffee sweet. But you said with Jamaican coffee, the Blue Mountain coffee specifically, it's important to taste it first because it already has a natural sweetness to it.
If you want to discover the Jamaican Blue Mountain for the first time, taste it natural. And then you add milk or sugar or whatever you like.
All right, here I go. Okay. This is interesting. It actually tastes very different than what I'm used to. There is a certain smoothness to it.
That's what I was going to say.
It's very smooth.
He's already an expert.
Let's talk about its origins. It actually began in Africa.
Yes, yeah, so the legend has it. So there's many stories. And we don't know which one is true. But one of the stories is that there was a goat farmer that was farming, that was moving around herding his goats, and his goats disappeared. And when he went to find his goats, they were jumping around in the forest. They apparently ate coffee berries, so coffee cherries, because coffee is a cherry, right? So that's the crazy goat legend.
There's another story about the monks that discovered that coffee was keeping them awake so they could pray longer.
This is Duke Keeman. We're here at La Brûlerie St-Denis in Plateau, Montreal. I'm here with Lynn Guérin and Felix Trepanier. And we're talking about Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee and the whole coffee experience. Stay tuned. We're going to sit down with Felix and learn a little about his life and how he got into this industry. We'll be right back. A Taste of the Caribbean is brought to you by Pepito Sangria.
yes,
Coffee is a renowned export out of Jamaica, out of Haiti. Haiti also used to produce a lot of good coffee.
Really?
But Haiti being Haiti, with the unfortunate events that they go through,
And the political issues.
environmental,
Earthquake.
so many things that
Right.
happens there. It's like the complete opposite. Their coffee supply is not as steady as Jamaica, which was protected, invested in, infrastructure is better, the roads are better, the educational level is better, so many things. So of course, they have the same environment, the microclimate that we've talked about. So they could produce the same quality, but they don't have the same means to produce the same quality. But Jamaica produces 1 million kilos of coffee per year.
Wow.
So that sounds big, but that is the equivalent of 3 hours of the annual production of Colombian coffee.
Really?
Yes.
Are there other places in the Caribbean that are prominent in the coffee industry?
I've heard of Puerto Rico.
Really?
Yes. Yoko Selecto. So one type of coffee that apparently is very good. But unfortunately, Puerto Rico was also hit by a hurricane a few years back. Coffee touches a lot of things: political, environmental, social, the agro-business, how to grow it properly, ship it, travel. So everything affects coffee, everything. It's very hard if you're a retail business right now, if you didn't get ready for online previous to that. So online and having an online presence, a strong online presence, and the know-how, the knowledge is very important.
What does the future hold for coffee?
I mean, it all has to do with sustainability. You want to make sure that the coffee you produce is sustainable, both for the environment, but for the communities around you. if you want to produce good coffee, you need to make sure that the people who produce the coffee are taken care of.
Felix Trepanier, Duke Even, Taste of the Caribbean. We're here at La Brûlerie St-Denis in the Plateau Montreal. Good to the last drop.